Hey guys, welcome back to another video of TDX. And in today's video, I want to talk about none other than the Relic rework update, which, in short, gave Relic a massive buff, to a point at which it can practically shred anything. Like, look at this clip of me just shredding Apex Predator. As you can see, Apex Predator hadn't even made it to the first corner of the map. That's how OP reworked Relic is. But this clip was recorded after it first got nerfed, 30 minutes later, when the update first dropped, which is pretty crazy, if you ask me. But yet, it still makes a joke out of Apex Predator, who, may I remind you, has 1.5 million HP plus 1.2 million shield when he first appears in Endless Mode, plus 100% fire, cryo, and 50% bullet, gold, explosive. And finally, 30% laser and collision resistances. That's how strong Apex Predator is. But Relic just says, nah, I'd win. And from that clip I showed you, that just shows how fundamentally broken this tower is. But keep in mind, Relic is an event tower, and you know what TDX and other TD games normally do when they bring back an event tower. If not, I'll give you 10 seconds to think. Did you figure it out? Well, if you didn't, then in short, reselling. That's right, pay to win, or P to W for short. Which, with how strong Relic is, this is a very, very bad thing for TDX, since if players have enough Robux aka 2.5k Robux to buy Relic, then bam. They've now unlocked one of the most OP towers in game. And before anyone says it, yes, I already know about how Relic is only here for a limited time. But that doesn't excuse the fact that the devs can always just bring the tower back for players to buy again next time, which not only makes the game feel P to W, but also makes the game's devs feel money hungry and greedy, which, BTW. And may I remind people, this has happened to TDX before, that being during the summer of this year, where TDX brought back old events with a battle pass, such as Tower Battles 2024, Halloween 2024, and Christmas 2024. But the problem with this update is that they made it so that the players first had to grind 10 tiers of their respective battle passes to fully unlock each event until 2 weeks have passed, which, by then, would have blocked the events and their respective battle passes behind a 499 Robux paywall. But this was later changed to grinding 8k battle pass tokens to unlock each event plus battle pass. But due to the community backlash, John himself finally made response after a few days of the drama happening, saying that the events will be free for everyone to play, while the battle passes will stay the same after 2 weeks. And so, I don't want a repeat of that situation. Although that drama was mainly about the events. Relic is an event tower that, in my opinion, shouldn't be as overpowered as it is, since not only are people easily beating Endless Mode with this tower, but they're also able to easily beat Ultra Mode using this tower too. So, okay, someone managed to beat TDX's Nightmare Mode's Hidden Wave, just using 3 towers. Those being Helicopter, AA Turret, and Relic. But keep in mind that Hidden Wave is absurdly hard if you're trying to solo it, and the only way you can even be able to solo it is by bringing XWM, AA Turret, Combat Drone, War Machine, and Behemoth, and finally, Helicopter. But if someone was able to beat this mode using half the amount of towers in their loadout, that should say something underscore. Anyways, I just wanted to say that, and now bye-bye. And you could say something like, but what about War Machine though? Isn't that also really OP? But the thing is, War Machine is a tower that anyone in the game can unlock, simply by just grinding Nightmare Mode for it, while Relic was an event tower that was obtainable to get during Halloween 2024. And my main problem with this rework is the fact that it not only makes Relic an extreme case of power creep, but also that this is an event tower, that people that either had gotten it during its original event, or had simply bought it with Robux, will practically have what I consider is War Machine, but better. But not only does Relic practically combine both paths of War Machine, such as Overseer Prime basically being the bottom path War Machine of the Relic Tower, while its other spawns are just like top path War Machines, Abram Walkers. But before anyone says it, yes, I understand that Relic is supposed to be a War Machine contender, but I feel like due to how strong the units are, especially Overseer Prime, and how often the other units spawn in, plus its ability being able to spawn in a 130k HP Phantom Overseer plus a group of Seraphs, which, may I remind you, are flying units with 7.5k HP and deal over 4k DPS, while Overseer Prime is able to deal over 85k DPS, more than both War Machine and Refractor. And the reason why this is concerning is because I personally don't feel like Relic was properly balanced for TDX. Not only does it cost less than War Machine, which, BTW, bottom path War Machine costs over 1.6 million cash to max out, aka the boss stun abuser path, while top path War Machine costs over 300k cash to max out, which, when comparing the two towers, Relic takes the cake underscore, since not only does it spawn in hordes of units with high DPS and health like top path War Machine, but it also spawns in the Overseer Prime, which is basically if bottom path War Machine didn't have its stunning ability, and instead could do 8.5x more DPS plus could spawn in hordes of units underscore. Now do you see the full picture? This is why Relic needs a hard nerf, ASAP. Since due to the fact that it not only just combines both paths of War Machine, but as well as that it literally costs 600k less to get, and it's way smaller to place down, unlike War Machine, which is flipping huge. And you could say that the Relic Tower's HP holds the tower back, but that literally doesn't matter, as long as you play on a map where you can still place towers out of bounds underscore. But now, we've begun to reach the end of this video, which hopefully got my message out, which is that John and the other TDX devs made Relic absurdly overpowered to a point at which you can practically just solo endless mode, and to a degree, even ultra mode as well, as long as you bring the right towers to survive long enough for Relic to show its true powers, including the fact that an event tower shouldn't be able to overshadow current towers in a TD game, since it makes the game unbalanced, as well as making it a requirement to have that specific tower to even be able to beat that mode. But now, we've officially reached the end of this video, and I hope that you've enjoyed my rant for however long it has taken to be. And to remind everyone once more, please do not spread hate to either the devs or in the comment section down below, since those are not my intentions. I simply wanted to share my concerns for TDX and how having an op event tower isn't fair for both the balancing of the game and the game's longevity and reputation. Anyways, see you next time, and hope you've enjoyed today's video. And hey, maybe consider liking and subscribing for more people to see this. But still, I hope you enjoyed the video and that you understood my message. Goodbye.